Hello guys, and welcome to another video of mine, and this video is about Citrix XenDesktop 7.9 AppDisks. My name is Faisal, and I know it's been a long time that I have uploaded anything, but what can I do? Unfortunately, due to some commitments, it's not possible, but anyway, here I am, back in action. So in this video we will test AppDisk feature. Recently I just came to know because I was not in touch with Citrix that much. So very recently I just came to know that in Citrix newer versions like 7.8 onwards, I guess they have included AppDisk as part of Platinum Edition. It's part of Citrix XenDesktop suite, which is a good news. AppDisk is something like App Volume in VMware, and it's a very cool way of presenting or provisioning applications to your VDI environment. And as we know, prior to that, of course, we have Citrix XenApp, which is still available. Very good, old-fashioned and a tested way of provisioning, streaming, and publishing applications in any environment, including virtual environment. AppV, Microsoft AppV, it's Citrix XenDesktop is totally compatible with it, and you sandbox application using AppV, published through AppV server, and Citrix VDI environment can get benefit out of it. And AppDisk, of course, which is a feature that we will test it in this video. Prior to that, in Citrix XenApp version 6.x, we have something called Citrix Profiler, which was a Citrix version of, like sandboxing applications. But unfortunately, this doesn't support anymore because Citrix have withdrawn Profiler in favor of AppV. So, in this video, what we're going to do, I will demonstrate AppDisk feature for you, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so this is my Citrix Studio of Citrix XenDesktop 7.9. I have two machine catalogs. One is the static type, which can't be used for AppDisk, and another one is the random type. And I have one delivery group already where I provisioned one desk machine to one group called VDI users. My platform or my hypervisor platform for Citrix XenDesktop is VMware vSphere version 6.2, and of course, in case if you are new to it, all you have to do under hosting, the way you specify Xen server, all you have to do is specify vCenter. Just make sure if you are using vCenter self-signed certificate, you add that self-signed certificate to the trusted certificate authority of the local computer account of your Citrix controller, delivery controller, like this machine in my case, which is XD1, where my Citrix controller is installed. Another thing is you need to create, when you will add a vSphere server here, you need to specify a user account. There is a guide available on the internet that which permissions are required. If you want to go for a shortcut, just create an administrator account in vSphere, and you can add through that. Alright, so this is my controller, xt1.ixits.com. This is this computer at the moment. So I go to AppDisk now, and I would like to create an AppDisk. Okay. Now, when I click on an AppDisk, I receive a message which says to create an AppDisk, you require a catalog that supports AppDisk. No suitable catalog has been found. Why? It says number one, AppDisks are not supported to catalog that use temporary storage, and AppDisk is only supported on random, and the other one which you have is the static one, right? Okay. So what does it mean? It means I have to create a catalog that supports AppDisk. So you might say how to create a catalog to support AppDisk, because one of them is static and one of them is random. How to? Well, what's the difference? How to make a catalog AppDisk compatible? That's what I'm going to tell you, and that's what I will show you. So let's start. Okay, now we'll create a new catalog. So go to create machine catalog and desktop OS for VDI. I will like power managed, because of course I'm dealing with virtual machines. I will use MCS and random. This is the type you must select for app volume, and you will say that what about this one? This was also random, isn't it? Then why we were not able to select it? The answer will come in the next few clicks. So if I go next and I select a VM that is my golden master image, which has a VDA agent installed, it's a default installation of Windows 10, not default, just Windows 10 with some enhancements, but no applications. So next, and this is the one. This is the critical one. See, I have to disable caching here, because what it says, caching should not be enabled if you intend to use this catalog to create AppDisks. Okay. So I will choose, let's say one is okay. That what I want to do is use one VM, or let's say two, and I would like to create account of this computer under VDI and app for let's say VDI app hash. New Active Directory accounts for these computers, and AppDisk, just name disk and finish. And now it will create a catalog, and it will take a while. It will copy the master image. As you know, it will provision 2 VMs based on the master image, and it will all happen over here. Sorry, let me just show you here. It will all happen here. Okay, so while it's happening, as you can see, it's cloning the VM. I will pause the video and I will be back once it's done. Okay, so now catalog is created and it's ready. So now let's go to AppDisk and see what AppDisk says this time. We go to create AppDisk, and what AppDisk is. AppDisk separates application and group of applications from their master image, means the application is not included in the master image OS or master image hard disk. So you banish two things independently. AppDisk is the disk which contains only application files, and of course the master disk is the one that contains only OS related stuff. So that's what this. And we use, of course, this wizard to create AppDisk by creating the catalog. And after that, we assign it to delivery groups. So let's see. This time we are creating a new AppDisk, and I will choose medium disk size 20 gigs. If I have an existing AppDisk, I can import that. I'm creating a new AppDisk of around 20 gig size. Size depends on how many applications you will be installing on that disk. So 20 is okay for my case. Okay. Select a machine catalog from the table that will be used as a base to build an AppDisk on. Of course, the one that we have, this one. As you can see, the other two are grayed out. I cannot choose them. Once again, it needs to be random type, and caching should be disabled for machine catalog that you want to use for AppDisk. So next, AppDisk names. I will say business applications and finish. And now it's creating an AppDisk of 20 gigabytes called business applications. And it will take a while, so just let me pause the video and I'll be back once it's done. Okay, so AppDisk is ready. It says ready to install applications. And as you can see, now the next step would be to install the applications. And here you can see a property which is nothing else. So when we say install applications, and it says install an application, so this AppDisk, they need to connect to VDI app on the virtual machine which is being provisioned. So what it wants us to do, now this AppDisk, which is 20 gig, is being associated with this virtual machine which is being provisioned using that machine catalog. And now we need to install application inside this virtual machine. And once we finish installing all our applications, we need to seal that AppDisk. To complete the preparation means we need to tell it, okay, now we have finished all our applications. Seal it. So let's move on to the virtual machine where we need to install applications. So now I'm inside this VM VDI app-01 here, and I will install applications into this VM, then we will see AppDisk. If you notice, if I go to this PC, the size of C drive is 20 gigs. And if you remember, the size of our AppDisk is also 20 gig. Yeah, this basically is an AppDisk. So now what I would like to do, I will install some applications here. And one of it, for example, zip. And few other applications. And for example, FileZilla, Next. You don't have to monitor all this or to look all this, because definitely it's something that you already know. Just installing applications. I'll install FileZilla, and I will install Microsoft Office. I'll install Photoshop. So I'll install a few applications, and once I'll finish installing application, I will seal this, which I will show you how. And I will use Foxit Reader, or before that, Let me install our good old Office. So I will start installing application terminal, and once I finish installing application, I will resume the video. So what I will do at the moment, I will pause the video and install other applications, and I will be back. Okay, I have installed some applications inside this virtual machines, for example, Fox Reader, Mozilla Firefox, Notepad 2, and our Office 2013. Here it is, the entire suite, as well as Adobe Photoshop, and yeah, and some other tools and utilities like FileZilla and some stuff. Okay. So once we finish installing the applications, what we have to do, we have to go back to our XenDesktop, and here all we have to do, say seal application. When we say seal application, this message will appear. Are you sure you want to seal the applications? Because once the app disk is sealed, it means now you cannot update it unless you create a new version out of it. So I'm fine with it. I have included all my business applications, so I would like to seal it, and I'll click yes and start sealing. And once again, sealing will take a while, so I'll pause the video and I'll be back once it's done. One thing I would like to show you during sealing process, as you can see while it's sealing, if we go back to our virtual center, you see it's restarting this VM. So basically that's what it's doing at the moment. It's now sealing everything, making sure everything is added to the redisk, and it's going through the entire process which is required by AppDisk to seal, so that this disk can be presented to other virtual disks or virtual machines. So I will pause it again. Okay, so our app disk has been sealed. It means all the apps which are inside this app disk are sealed and ready to be used. So now, once our app disk is sealed and ready to use, all we have to do, we have to assign this app disk to a delivery group. I have one delivery group here called VDI delivery group, and one of machine has already been provisioned to a user, to a group called VDI users, and I have a user here called Steven Smith, which is a member of VDI users. So I will use Steven Smith to connect to this virtual desktop. It will just take a while because it's the first time for Steven Smith to connect to its Windows 10 virtual desktop. So just be patient with me. Okay. So now this desktop is almost ready, and as you can see, it's a Windows 10 desktop, and at the moment it has no application in it. Just a default installation, sort of default installation. I mean, no apps are installed, just only built-in stuff. So this user, Steven Smith, have this virtual desktop, Windows 10 virtual desktop, and what we would like to do, we would like to roll out our AppDisk applications to Steven Smith. For this purpose, all you have to do, go to the delivery group, As you can see, the desktop which Steven Smith is using belongs to this delivery group over here. Sorry. Yeah, we can see the details. It's a random type, so of course, when it's in use. And okay, so what we'll do at the moment, we will go to, we will highlight the word delivery grid and say manage AppDisks, and click add, select the AppDisk that we have created and all these applications part of this AppDisk. Next. Now, when I would like to roll out on next shutdown, it means the user have to wait, and when the next time the user logs in or try to connect to virtual desktop will start again, and then the user will get those apps. Or I want it to be immediately refreshed. In this case, the virtual machine needs to be restarted, and of course I would like to update all virtual machines at the same time, all VDI desktops at the same time. I have just one in lab environment, and I would like to send a notification so that in case if Steven Smith is working on some apps, he can save his work. So say, please save your work. Sorry, apps are on their way. Okay, and let's see. So if we switch to this desktop where Steven Smith is, let's say Steven Smith is working on something, or it's browsing internet or whatever, and here it is, the message comes on the screen, please save your work, apps on their way. The purpose of this notification just to make sure that the user gets enough time in case if you are refreshing or rolling out AppDisk, and that requires VMs to be restarted. So make sure you give user a notification in enough time so that whatever they are doing at the moment, they can save and they are comfortable with this process. So you will see that in about a minute time, this machine will take reboot, and hopefully once it will be restarted and Steven Smith will log in again, we will be able to see our applications which were part of our AppDisk. As you can see right now, no apps, C drive, nothing much, and all default stuff. So this machine, as I said, will be restarting in any second, and then once to restart, I will reconnect as Steven Smith to test that our apps are there. It will take a while, few minutes. So what I will do, I will pause this video, I'll wait for a couple of minutes and connect again, and then I will resume the video to see what happens. Stay tuned. Okay, so after restart, I log into Steven Smith, and as you can see, good news is we have some icons for applications. And that's what we wanted to see, isn't it? Means we have our apps here, and if I go to all apps, I should be able to see all our applications which were part of this AppDisk. And if you remember, Foxit Reader was part of that AppDisk, as well as Mozilla Firefox. Here it is, 7-zip, Photoshop, all apps are there, which is great. KeyPass 2, Office 2013, for example, that we installed, Excel, and as you can see, guys, that's what AppDisk does. You don't install application within the master or golden image. No. There is a separate VM where you install application and then AppDisk seal down that disk. And whenever you use AppDisk, you have a separate disk for OS and a separate disk for application. And this is the great way to provision or to provide applications to your users. Definitely, you still have your traditional methods like Citrix XenDesktop, AppWay, but AppDisk is also one of the great way of assigning apps to your user. And this was a demo for AppDisk for you. I hope you like it. Just few pointers. Make sure you need to seal that AppDisk, and you can use AppDisk only for delivery groups. Of course, you assign AppDisk to delivery groups, and for example, if you want to see which user is using it, this virtual machine. So if I say view machines, here I can see in the session that Stephen Smith is connected to it. And if I go back to delivery groups, I can see which app disk is used. So that's the more information of delivery groups. So for app disk, again, you can get more information about a delivery group and what are the characteristics of it. And this delivery group was based on this machine catalog, Windows 10 VDI, and the type is random. This is the important point, that if you want to use AppDisk, the machine catalog type needs to be random, not static. So this is it, guys. I hope you liked it. A demo for AppDisk, and I equally enjoyed it. It's a great feature. Try it, test it, implement it, and I hope you will like it. And thank you so much once again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care.